Guys, meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you. It is the overnight hours in the Philippines from the 28th to the 29th of December, and today we're watching our tropical system. Actually, it's not quite a system yet. Invest area 99W as named by NRL towards the south of Guam, starting to garner a little bit of convection and some organization over the past 12 hours. Not a terribly large amount, but warranted watching because the Philippines recently impacted by Urduha, followed by Vinta, over 100 casualties across the country due to severe flooding. Ground's already saturated. You can see that here. You can actually see that here on the tropical rainfall measurement mission. Some areas over the past 7 days have seen up and over 300 to 400 millimeters. The past several weeks is topping 1,000 millimeters for a few locations as well, just based on satellite analysis. Flooding and mudslides have already been a big issue. More rain definitely is going to be problematic. The system does develop, but at this time I don't expect a significant typhoon though. I want to really reaffirm that. Big reason is it's very far south, and yes, it's south of 10 degrees north. We've seen with previous systems. This doesn't really hinder it much in the western Pacific, but it also is just skirting the southern edge of a big cold surge, dropping a tremendous amount of snowfall across parts of Japan. But you can see the leading edge of that shear line right there, and that is really going to be shearing off the top edge of the system, and I think it should hinder significant development over the coming days. But as we know with the Philippines Sea effect, whenever a system gets a little bit closer to the Philippines and gets in that warm water, it does decide to say, hey, I'm going to develop a little more rapidly. What the models are predicting. But here we take a look at a few of the models, at least at this time. First, starting with the GFS, and you can see our area there just towards the east of the Philippines kind of develops, and it picks up in mainly a tropical depression to tropical storm. By the way, this does get to a tropical depression status. According to Pegasi, they will name it Wilma, not to confuse it with the international name Wilma from 2011, I should say, that killed about 2,000 people in Mindanao. Yeah, this one could be taking a very significantly similar track as that storm system. Compare that up with the ECMWF, it actually kind of shows a very similar path, but a little bit weaker. CMC, hey, that model, it's great for predicting snow. I think it always overestimates the intensity of tropical systems. That has more of a stronger tropical storm there. And then you can actually even compare it up with the NavGem, which doesn't pick up on much. Overall, though, those are 4 different models. None of them do show a typhoon developing here, but all of them do have some sort of tropical depression and maybe a weak tropical storm, and that's why you can actually scroll through here with the GFS. Some of these areas getting upwards of, according to this particular model, about 100 to 200 millimeters of precipitation there in parts of Mindanao over through southern Luzon. That's actually more so due to the shear line, this part right here, and then you have the tropical system track right through there. But overall, these areas are already saturated, so flooding definitely a big issue, at least at this time. No, is that we do have that shear line. This is going to stay on a westerly track. It just depends on if it does get a little more organization. I think a tropical depression, maybe a weak tropical storm possible. More so a tropical depression with a lot of rain coming straight west into northern Mindanao around Cagayan before it moves off there towards the South China Sea. And it could potentially even impact the Vietnam as well. Very similar to our last storm system, but definitely staying south of that shear line just towards the north. All right, guys, that's all for me, meteorologist Robert Spetta. I am still out here working at NBC in upstate New York. So if you guys want to check me out, do go to WHEC.com. You can watch online. A lot of my reports, nothing to do with tropical weather, mostly out in the snow, being very cold. But I appreciate you guys watching these videos and supporting my continued efforts to help you guys out here in the Western Pacific as well. Stay safe out there, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.